Okay, guys, I want to share something with us today. It was really not a planned video, but along the line, I had to say, okay, let me share this with my viewers. Maybe one or two persons out there might love it and want to try this out. I'm doing chin chin, or rather, I was doing chin chin one of the days in the kitchen, and I wanted to have a little twist in the regular chin chin. So I was halfway into the the doing of the chin chin already, and a thought came into my head to, okay, why not do a different thing entirely from the regular chin chin you normally do, then do a video and share with your viewers. Some persons might really love to try this out, so here it is. So I want to show you how I did my spicy crunchy chin chin. Okay, in a regular chin chin we always do it normally, so this time around I had to add pepper, grinded pepper, dry pepper into my already mixed flour. At this point I've already put my baking powder, the sugar I needed, the salt, nutmeg and all that. So I remember this. So the only thing you're going to add differently from your regular chin chin recipe is the pepper. Okay, so I'm doing 2 kg of flour, so I had to use 2 fresh eggs for this. After adding in my pepper, I had to mix it thoroughly to be sure it has fully combined. It has combined with the flour. Before you add any either oil, water, or anything, you will first of all mix all your dry ingredients. So I'm using dry pepper, so I had to mix it very well to incorporate it before I add the egg you saw me adding. Now this is my melted butter. I love melting my butter first. This is just me. You might want to put your butter directly, but I love melting it before using. It makes my work faster and easier. Now I had to add my butter, and this time around I had to use my 2 hands to rub it in so well to make sure that everything was properly combined. Okay, so if this is the kind of video you would like to watch and you want to learn more, to have a twist in your culinary arts, do well to subscribe to my channel if you've not. And if you are my old subscriber, I want to say thank you for always keeping in touch with us. Now when you are done, you add your water. Don't forget, in making your buns you don't need so much water, so be careful when adding your water. Just be adding it little by little so that it don't get too messy. Okay, because don't forget you're going to need it at the point, so you need it to be a good mixture. It's not going to be watery and it's not going to be strong. Okay, I had to introduce my second hand as well because at this point my one hand cannot do the magic. Don't forget I'm doing 2 kgs of flour, so it's really a big work. I just needed to do for the house and put in the fridge for, keep snacking here and there. So at this point, we are getting to the point, it's getting tougher, it's getting stronger. I had to apply more pressure on this. Take your time. Chin chin making is not a thing you just want to do within 2 minutes, you're done. No, you give it a time. Okay, see, it's really looking like a good dough. Okay, so you keep kneading it, you keep pressing it, you keep applying pressure, you keep mixing to make sure you get that smooth and soft, easy going dough. Okay, so at this point it's really looking like it. Next thing I'm to do after this is to introduce it on a flat surface. Okay, I have to take it to my table. First of all, you sprinkle a flour on it to enable you, so it's not going to be sticky on the surface you're working with. The flour here will make it to have an easy work. Now I'm done with all of them. I had to cut them little by little, so I will not have so much to work with at the same time. Now after it, I had to flatten it. I found out at this point that the one I took was a bit bigger. I had to cut it, then flat, 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 flat. Okay, so at this point it's just gonna be fun. Okay, to me cooking is fun. So some persons might think it's difficult, it's hard, but if it's something that you love doing, you're going to have fun while doing it. Now I'm done flattening it. I had to cut them to the sizes I want. In chin chin, do well to cut any size you want. If you want it to be the long one, good. Now if you have your kneading machine, you don't even need to go through this process. Because I don't have the kneading machine, I don't really have need for it anyway, so I didn't go for it. Now I want to cut it little by little. That is why I'm taking my time to cut them. Okay, so after a while, I had to have been able to cut so many. I had to place my pan on the fire, because you wouldn't want to come to the kitchen to start heating your oil when you are done. So at this point, when you are cutting it, make sure your pan is on the fire already. So we've been able to cut so many. Now let's take it to the fire and fry. Okay, now I had to sprinkle some flour in this bowl, so that the chin chin I've cut already will not stick on this tray. Okay, that's the reason. That's just the need for the sprinkled flour on the tray we are using. So that is it. This is the one we've not done already. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is to go to our already preheated oil and add in fresh onion. Remember, we are doing spicy chin chin. Now I had to add it. At this point I found out that the oil was very, very hot, because don't forget, it was on fire already while I was cutting the chin chin, so it was already hot. I had to turn off the light entirely. I turned it off. If not, if you continue frying on this kind of heat, one is going to get burnt, and it will not be well done, because the heat alone will have to give it this sharp heat, that instead of it to start getting done in the inside, it will just be browning and getting burnt. Okay, so this is just it. Now I had to turn on the light later on. I love my chin chin to be very crunchy and this color. So if you don't want this color, it's good and fine. Just do you can see that we did, so there is one that is a bit lighter. All right, so this is just what I want to share with you at this point. Okay, that you can have a twist in your chin chin. You can do a different thing from the regular, and I tell you, this came out so well. I had to give some people to eat, and they end up buying it, and some even place orders for me to do for them, to see that it's really, really beautiful. So you too can give a shot to your culinary act. And trust me, it's worth trying. All right, so please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe. Give the video a like. I have to pack it at this point to put in the freezer, so you can do to freeze your fridge or freezer. It will, so that it will increase the life shelf. Okay, the life shelf will multiply by geometric progression. All right, thank you very much for watching to this point, and do have a nice day. God bless you.